starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Dalton right to the air. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Dalton now to pass. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, to me, there's no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But they'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. And here's Rodgers on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Foles. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Being chased out left. To the right side, complete to Taylor. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Foles. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. That brings up 4th. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Dalton. He gets this one to Johnson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. And Dalton to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
From the 22, Foles. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it up near the 35, to 34 here. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Now Foles. That ball caught by Campbell. On the move past the 40. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 66 yards. And the Colts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And all he went, well, was no one trying to chase it.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Play action here with Dalton. And his throw here is incomplete.
I tell you what, this defensive player is confident that they're not point yet, flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's caught. Michael Pittman with it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll run here with Taylor. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Here's Taylor again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive for 4 plays. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Dalton's throw complete there to Johnson. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Dalton. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. From the 36, Dalton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. The kick by Lutz is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts set to take over here offensively. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now on 2nd and 13. Foles. Catch made here by Campbell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Foles. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll look to throw again. And that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. So we now proceed to the start of the 2nd half.
Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the 2nd half, and to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Colts ready to go to work to start the 3rd quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 17-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And that is incomplete.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast, but sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
A lot of times coming in with good pace, and they dropped it. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get it.
Another try after the first down sack. Dalton drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Dalton. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he is going to have a Saints first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Dalton. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Offense is moving a little bit back on the wheels, but they're going to pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Dalton had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Throwing, Dalton. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice Nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do.
Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Foles. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays on total. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Forced out to his left. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third down from the gun, Dalton. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Big fourth down here. It's Dalton. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Dalton's throw complete there to Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw again on second down. Dalton. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And it'll be intercepted. And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and we talk